Welcome to the channel for the first time viewers. Welcome back for my existing subscribers. Let's jump right into it. We're going to have 5 pros and 5 cons based off the Modern Warfare 2 beta or Modern Warfare 3 beta. Beta's already done, so if you try to play the beta, it's already too late. A couple days here, we're going to have the campaign for the game. So again, it's too late to try the beta, but lots of gameplay on the channel if you wanted to see how it performs, things like that, right? I know some of y'all are here for benchmark, some of y'all are here just to chill. So let's jump into the list. I'm gonna pull up my notes real quick and we'll start off with the pros. So one of the biggest pros of this game is it's a nostalgia machine. So if you played the original Modern Warfare 2, you're really gonna like the fact that the maps are back in this game, right? Ties into some cons later on, but for me, it was a pro. So again, seeing the old maps in action and playing them again, but in a modern context, the way they were for the most part was really cool. So I really like that. The second pro I would say about the Modern Warfare 3 beta is that the movement was better in some aspects and not in every aspect. I felt like the actual activities that you did, like mantling and things like that, were faster than Modern Warfare 2. But for me, it also felt a little slower. So some parts were slower, some parts were faster. So that was kind of more so a positive. I think I'm looking forward to being able to reload cancel again, even though I got used to it because I play games like Insurgency and Ready or Not, and once the mag leaves the gun, it's a wrap, right? So it's good to get back into normal COD where you can just double tap a button or like change your weapon twice and cancel that reload. The third pro is going to be that the gunplay felt really good, right? So when it comes down to gunplay, it was very aligned with how I felt about Modern Warfare 2019 going in. The guns sound really punchy, and I don't know, the recoil was there. I played with controller, I played with mouse and keyboard. I'm going to try to use up the PlayStation clips that I have because I was recording on my PlayStation. Well, not from my PlayStation, I was recording on my PC, but I was playing on PlayStation and recording the clips, so nowhere to put them, so I'm going to try to use them for this video. The last pro I would say, so again, actually we have 2 more. Again, the fact that the gunplay felt good, and one last piece I wanted to touch base on, which the Renetti, that conversion kit was clutch, right? So that changed the entire feel of the gun. It made it an SMG. It made it one of the best guns in the game. But that's just an attachment. So I would love to see more conversion kits in the game to convert maybe pistols into something a little bit more stable, or whatever you could convert it to, right? So that would be really dope to see more of those as an option. Instead of just changing receivers, maybe conversion kits to expand upon that idea a little bit. Next, we're going to talk about the weapons carrying over. That's going to be a nice plus. So from what I'm seeing, is everything I've read, everything I've seen, it's going to be even into the multiplayer. So that's actually different than what they've done in the past. What they've done in the past has been when you get a new game, the Warzone maps, they get the old guns and the new guns, but the multiplayer is just going to be the current game's guns. But this is going to be the previous guns that you had plus all the new guns. So some people think that it's a bad thing, but I look at it as a good thing. Get more choice. I kind of like the Modern Warfare 3 weapons a little bit more. I still am going to use some of my favorites from Modern Warfare 2 though. And the last pro is that performance was very good. When I watch other reviewers, even with the graphics settings and the GPUs they use, it looked like it's scaled down pretty well. It looked like a lot of people that are on PC are going to be able to play this game. So that is the list of the pros. I'm going to switch gears. We're going to talk about the cons here. Give me 1 second. I got a cough. And we're back. So we're going to talk about the cons, which I limited the list of 5, but the game really wasn't that bad. I'm going to give you a conclusion with my overall thoughts at the end. But there are already cheaters on the first weekend of the beta, and that was on PlayStation. So for everybody saying that PC this, PC that, PC this, I don't want to hear shit. So first of all, they were cheating on PlayStation because that was an exclusive to pre-order on PlayStation beta. So I don't know that. What do you do? Like, it's not just PC players, bro. All right, so that's number 1. To my first positive, my first pro, I talked about how the nostalgia factor and all the maps being in there was going to be real cool. But this is also a con, right? So the con part of it is that a lot of folks have that feeling, and I think it's valid. I think it's a valid feeling that this could have been a DLC. It's kind of like the modern age. This could have been an email, right? So they could have just turned this into a DLC. It didn't have to be a full $70 game. And I kind of agree with that, right? So even though I love the new maps, well, the old maps, I should say, right? The old maps made new. I love them, but at the same time, they could have just added on year 2. I think Microsoft had an idea to do that when they were trying to merge with Activision as Modern Warfare 2 came out, but then things got prolonged. Then it was like, hey, we're not doing a 2-year cycle, and that kind of got lost in the shuffle. So here's what it is. The second con, what I didn't like is, or the third really, is the cosmetics already look crazy. So if you take all the cosmetics that are out right now and then you just import them into the game, which I don't know if the cosmetics, I know the weapons are going to go. But either way, I like a more grounded experience in Call of Duty. And right now I'm like killing people in Warzone. They got like clown faces on, got like pumpkin heads, like all kinds of crazy stuff. And it is what it is. I've come to accept it, but I still don't prefer it, right? So I look at it as a con, because there was that one gun where as you shoot, it's like disintegrates people. I thought that was strange, and I kind of wish that wasn't in the game, and that was a pre-order. So already in the beta, there were already those like electrified guns and all this crazy stuff. So that just was one thing I wasn't really feeling it. Ooh, here's another one. Boy, oh boy, let me tell you about this. SBMM. That was some crazy shit. So I was getting my head cracked in these lobbies. Like, I've never played so poorly in my life. I felt like every single match was game battles. Like every match, I would either go like 19 and 17. I would occasionally have a good game where I'm like 23 and 10, or like 38 and like 15, or something like that. But for the most part, I was like 500 or I was negative, and it was negative by a lot. Like, I remember there was a game where I ended up turning it around. I ended up with like the top amount of kills, and I did curb my deaths, but I started off that game like 2 and 15, and I was trying hard. I was like, bro, this is fucking crazy. Who am I up against? So that SBMM was just too much. It's too much. When I played with my friends, it was a lot more laid back, and it was easy. I never even had to try. We were joking around. I was dropping 40 bombs. It was just different. But when I played by myself, yeah, it was different. So there it is. So the last little con is, even though we have some pros, we have some cons, it's still gonna be Call of Duty. So this is more subjective. If you like Call of Duty, cool, you're gonna like this one too, most likely. Be some things you might not like here and there, but for the most part, it's still Call of Duty. Also, it's still Call of Duty. So if you didn't like it and you were thinking this was gonna bring you back, it's not. So let's talk about the conclusion. Overall, the beta was a solid showing. I liked it. I felt comfortable. I didn't like spending money, but I felt comfortable after, like, okay, at least I had these games. I'll be able to, level up the guns. I had something to do, right? So I hate the video games getting so expensive, which is why I'm buying up like the $50 games. Like, I want to make sure that practice is supported as much as possible. But the price is like, damn, it's tough. But what are you gonna do? It's Call of Duty. You kind of just gonna bite the bullet and buy it. So again, like I said on that last con, if you liked Call of Duty, you're probably gonna like this one too. If you didn't like Call of Duty, it's probably not gonna be the one to bring you back. The gunplay was solid. The overall experience was decent, right? So overall, when I wasn't playing by myself, it was a lot more fun because I could actually get kills. When I was playing by myself, it was just gangster. So like I said, if I got the perfect timing, perfect lobby. And I think here's one other thing too. Here's one other thing I don't like about these betas. I'm a TDM player. So I'm a TDM player. And when you look at everything, a lot of people were playing these objective modes like TDM. So that's not going to work for anybody. You're going to have a whole bunch of people pissed off that you're not playing OBJ. So yeah, if they could just, next time they release a beta, put TDM and then put Mosh Pit, right? They released things like Search and Destroy. If I went in and started playing Search and Destroy, that was a lot more fun. But before that, it was just Mosh Pit or Ground War. I won't really touch base on Ground War because I really don't care about that mode. But overall, like I said, the game was solid. I would recommend it. And again, I'm looking forward to see what actually happens not looking forward to the cosmetics and seeing people in like Nicki Minaj skins running around and shit like that. But it is. All right, with that, catch you on the flip. Be easy.